Good morning, beautiful human. Thanks for clicking on this video. Welcome back to the struggle. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Rose. You're watching my fitness struggle journey. I post about my struggle to get fit, and this is round 3. Today's Friday, weekend turn up. We're about to go in for a quick workout. Well, a regular workout, an hour long. And then we're going to have a productive day. So come along. Let's see what today's workout looks like. I walk 1,000 miles. See you. Bust down, Tatiana. Guys, today's workout was bomb. Look at my sweatshirt. That thing is soaked. Shout out to my partner Guillermo today, who did the damn thing. That's all I gotta say. It was a great workout. I don't feel dead like I did yesterday, so that's a good thing. Tomorrow is a conditioning day, so that might be a different story. But we out here. I already read my book, so we're gonna head home, do breakfast and all that jazz, and I'll see you for the reading. Toodles. There's nothing like getting some sunshine. Look at these beautiful palm trees. The sky is absolutely stunning. Such a beautiful day. Here is breakfast. Got some fries on the side, all kinds of colors. Got some bacon, cheese inside of a pita bread, and something green, just because we need something green, in a bucket of ranch. My fries are made of carrots, if you didn't notice. Multicolored carrots. Here is what my second meal is looking like. I got some broccoli. I steamed it with some grilled shrimp from D. Then some of that spinach and kale pasta from Trader Joe's with a drop of island soyaki. And that's looking pretty good. I'm excited to eat this. So excited. Oh my god. Here is what lunch is looking like, guys. Got some sweet potatoes, quinoa. Today I have some salmon, lemon, carrots, onion, tomato, and some cilantro avocado dressing on top of some greens. We'll just call it a grain bowl. I'm so excited to eat this. I don't have avocado because the salmon contains a good healthy amount of fat, so no extra fat was needed. That's the same salmon I had yesterday for dinner. So this is my lunch. Here is what I'm enjoying for a snack today. Just some grilled chicken thigh with some strawberries. No extra fat needed tonight because the chicken thigh does contain more fat than chicken breast. Here is what I'm having for dinner tonight. Some brown rice, followed by some curry mustard chicken thighs from the grill and some green beans. I had to saute my green beans in some vegan butter because I was behind on fat, and I had to use brown rice instead of white rice because I know Jay is gonna say substitute that white rice with brown rice, whole grains. So that's exactly the only reason why I'm having the brown rice instead of white rice. I really want it, but that's dinner. Hey guys, it is the end of the day. It's about 8:30-ish, and it's a good day. Today was a good day. Today I felt like I had way more carbs than any other day, but I think it's because I really just cut my carb portions in half. So for breakfast, instead of having my usual Brooklyn bread with my bacon sandwich, I had a Joseph's pita bread. And so I guess I cut all the carbs in half so much that at the end of the day, I had to have the rice because I was short on carbs. Crazy. Super weird, but that's what we are. Now, it is Friday night. No plans, per usual. But I do have to get some homework done to turn in tomorrow, so I'm going to work on that. And the homework is simply just writing down what I ate for the week. I'm supposed to be doing it as I go, but I do track it in my FitnessPal, and I just copy it over on paper and do a little reflection. So today's meal, when I tell you that meal was heavily influenced, it was heavily influenced by Jay, because I just know when she takes a look at the meals I've eaten, had I had white rice, her comment would have been, try to go for more of the whole grains. And so rice was as close, the brown rice was as close to whole grain as I was gonna get on that. So that was that choice, and I feel good about it. I feel really good. I did go ahead and complete my jumps today. It was only 600, and I think next week is the final week of the jump rope challenge, and then we hop over to a new challenge pretty soon. Jason wants us to do push-ups. What was it? Push-ups, squats, and sit-ups, I think it is. It's a trio, and we're supposed to, I think we're supposed to do like 1,000 or something. When that ship gets here, we'll sell it. Okay, so that's that. And then I guess the other thing would be, that's really it. As far as my movement is concerned, I know at the beginning of the year I told you guys that I cut the chains off, I got rid of my fitness watch, and I haven't worn it since. And it's been feeling so good to have my wrist be free. I don't track any of my workouts in terms of how many calories I burn. I don't track any of my steps. I just move and it feels good. Just like the old times, really. And the reason I don't the reason I don't calculate my workout burns is because I'm trying to make this whole thing a lifestyle. And I've tracked my calories long enough to know that I'm burning a good amount of calories, like somewhere from like 400 to 500, maybe even 600 during that 60-minute period. And I've taken enough 10,000 steps a day to know that right now I'm not doing 10,000 steps a day, more like 8,000 or 9,000. And I'm completely okay with that, because at some point in my life, God forbid I get extra responsibilities added into my day, I need to be able to make that work. I can't just spend 3-4 hours a day walking. So that's what we are, trying to make this whole thing a whole lifestyle. And eventually you're just going to stop tracking on MyFitnessPal too. Although technically right now, using the method that Jay gave me, I can stop tracking. But because I'm already committed to the 75 hard and I'm already doing it, that's why I'm continuing it. And I do plan on sitting down and sharing with you the nutrition. It's not really a program per se, but just the tips that she shared with us at the nutrition seminar, or what is it, seminar? At the nutrition workshop. I'll share that with you, especially because I feel like I followed it very well this particular week. So I'm curious to see what my results look like. All right. Water check, selfie check, no cheat meals check. You know, the usual stuff, all those are checked as it pertains to the 75 hard challenge. At this point, it's more like this is just everyday life kind of thing. But since I told you guys I'm doing the 75 challenge, I'll keep checking in that way. So let's get to the book. I got my reading done this morning. Did I mention my jump rope already? If I didn't, yes, I got that done. But today, we're still reading Think Like a Monk by Jay Shetty. And in today's reading, we talked about service. There was another book we talked about service too. I don't remember the titles of the books, but I do remember the concepts very well, right? And that time when we talked about it, it was service in the form of giving and service in the form of doing. So in this particular book here, I love the quote that he opened up the book with, or I guess the 10 pages or the chapter with. These 10 pages are in conjunction with yesterday, but anywho, he says, plant trees under whose shade you do not plan to sit. Okay, so when you plant the tree, you're planting the tree not so you can sit underneath it. You're planting the tree so somebody else can sit underneath it. Pretty much, okay? He says service is good for the body and it's good for the soul. And then the other thing is, quote, when we pursue compassionate goals, like helping others, making the world a better place, we're less likely to have symptoms of anxiety and depression than when we focus on improving or protecting our own status or reputation. Do more for others, do more for the world, do more to make things better around you. And there's 4 different ways he says service helps us in our everyday life. And those 4 ways are: it connects us, it amplifies gratitude, it increases compassion, and it builds self-esteem. And I used to volunteer a lot. I used to love volunteering. I don't know what happened in my adult life. I guess bills came in, but I guess, yeah, I just haven't made the time. It's not that bills came in. It's just that I haven't made the time. We tend to make times for things that we find important. And for me right now, or before, service wasn't one of them. So that's something I can start being more intentional about and doing my part. So when you volunteer, this is where you're going to meet people you would probably otherwise never meet in any other walks of life. So that's where it connects you. It amplifies gratitude. If you're serving at the food kitchen, it might help you to be more grateful of the food that you have, and in turn make you less wasteful. I don't know how many pounds of groceries I used to throw out last year, but it was a lot. If I switched up my diet, if I didn't feel like eating something, if it expired, which was often the case, I would just throw it out, when in reality there's places and people who don't even have food to eat, let alone money to waste on groceries. So it amplifies gratitude, makes you thankful for those little things, you know? It increases compassion. It's one thing to know something is happening, but it's also another thing to see it. I feel like when you see scenarios, when you see worst case scenarios specifically, it hits different. Yes, you can dream all you want, you can think about what it's like to be homeless, but when you see someone out there who's homeless, who's out there cold at night, or who's sleeping on the ground, it hurts different. It really hurts different. And knowing that you can do something about that's nice to know. And it builds self-esteem. It's nice to know that you're making a difference in the world, and it just feels good. Let's keep it real. And then, in continuing for service, another way you can do service is, he says, you never really know what someone is going through, so always treat them well. Okay? There's no reason why you should be mistreating anyone. But before you think to mistreat someone, just think about, you don't know what they're going through. You don't know what your words or your actions can do to amplify what they're going through or to make them better. So always treat people well. Always treat them as if they're going through something and they could use your compassion and your sweetness and your kindness. So just approach everyone with sweetness and kindness. All right. And then the last thing is, when it comes to service, a lot of people like to think, well, I don't have any money to give. I don't have anything to give. And Shetty says that you don't need to have anything in order to provide service. You don't need to have money. He gives some great examples. He gives this example of a woman that was thrown out of her home. She was pregnant at the time, and she didn't have anything. She was out there homeless herself, and she noticed around how many homeless children there were and how many orphan children there were, and she took them under her wings, and she cared for them still. And this is a woman who's homeless herself. So you don't need to have money. You don't need to do anything grand to serve. You can serve right where you are currently. Think of your job. Find some ways to serve there. Think of other places where you spend the most time. Is it possible that you can spend some time and serve there? I know, like, when you attend a church, it's very easy to serve because they have different ministries and they make announcements. But if you're not at a church, if you work from home, or if you're in a place where the information is not coming to you readily, it's okay to go out there and look into your options and see what you can do from where you're at, because you can make a difference, and it doesn't take much for you to do that. And Shetty also suggests that when you do try to make a difference, do it in something that you're passionate about. The more passionate you are about it, the more likely you are to carry through, and the more rewarding it is as well. So pick a cause that you care about, and then go do some research as to how you can make a difference in that area, or how your skills or what you can do to help. Any little bit helps at this point, okay? So find a way to serve your community, find a way to serve the world, find a way to serve somebody, and go out there and make a difference. It was a really good day for me. I hope you also had a good day. If you're still struggling to make good choices in this life, just think about how bad you want it. Just think about, what do you want for yourself? And set your intentions and your goals to that. And maybe if you choose to go out there and do some service, that might help you in narrowing in and focusing on your intentions. Until I see you again, good night.